just want to thank you for letting me come out and share all my ideas with you. As you are a high school coach, in my opinion, you are doing the job of a saint, and you know that. And you're not doing it for the money, hopefully, because after 24 years, I can tell you, I think it's averaged out to either be 4 cents an hour or 6. So I'm not really too sure. So if you think you're going to get rich high school coaching, yeah, Keith's going, not so much. Okay, so we're not doing it for the money. We're doing it for the mentoring and the leading and the fun. Unfortunately, go backwards in your life. You won't have very far to go probably, and neither will Matt. But go backwards to when you were a teenager and think of yourself as that bumbling 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old and those good old days. Okay, those are some of the best days of my life, and I'd go back to that in a heartbeat. Part of that was because of the fun. Loved my high school tennis coaches. I had several. Loved my tennis pros, had several. Loved my parents. I know that's pretty unusual. Generally liked most of my teachers at school, and they were great mentors. So most of that got me into what this whole sort of journey for me has been, which is being a tennis pro all my life. Teaching and not going out and playing. Remember, you aren't the player, okay? We don't win, they win. You did nothing on the court, they were the ones on the court. So when we won the state championships or we lost the state championships, I had nothing to do with it. Okay, congratulations team, you did a great job. I did not. I was the leader, I was the mentor, I was the helper. I don't need all the accolades. Some of the things that we do when we do our mission statements in the beginning obviously have nothing to do with I. Okay? You want to set up every year probably a new idea. How many of you are girls coaches? Raise your hand. Boys coaches? Both? Yeah, most? Okay. Mm-hmm. That's admirable. That's even really saintly work. Okay, so obviously, Christopher's going saintly. Okay, so you'll be on the right hand of heaven when you get up there. So when you're setting up every year, you want to probably change your mission statements. I can say in the 24 years that I've done it, even on my private lesson stuff, every day is a different day. And if I have an agenda, like today we're going to work on volleys, and the kids are on planet 0, we switch volleys and we're going to groundings because their life is miserable, but my life is really miserable. So trying to jam something down somebody else's throat is pretty much next to impossible on the tennis court. So think of us this way to start in terms of making a mission statement. So you're a team sport, even though I know we have princes and princes. So we have a team member here all the way down to Christopher, and you're on my team, or vice versa. Okay, we have this player all the way to this player in terms of skill. Would you say that you all play the same? Absolutely not. We may have a 2-5 or a beginner or whatever as a coach, all the way to play D1. I have no idea. But it's my mission to get you as good as my number 20 or whatever. That's what you're really coaching. You're not getting the number 1s to look good. Your job is to coach the number 20s. Most of your matches, at least on the West Coast, are won by your 3s and 4s. We play 8, 4 singles, 4 doubles. Most of our wins are always at 3 and 4. We expect 1 to win. You expect 2 to win. It's the other good kids that you really want to kind of nurture and get going. And they'll come eating out of your hands. They'll be the leaders on your team. They'll love you to pieces. You know, that's a biggie. So with this dichotomy, what are the challenges in solving the challenges for different levels? Okay, so we'll just hypothetically, okay? We'll say that you 5, for example, are great at ground strokes, okay? We'll say that you 5 are great at volleys, and we'll say you 5 are unbelievable runners. You are my sprinters. It's my skill to get the sprinter tied up with a ground stroker or with a volleyer. So when you're organizing a team, you have to figure out what those specialties are. That's really what coaching is. It's sort of igniting that fire. And I know you really only have a short time with each of these students, but that's part of it. You get a new breed every year, so you got to figure it out. They grow. You know, the class clown as a freshman may be, you know, the superstar as a junior, but you got to stick with him or her. So we're going to start out a little bit with some skill drills, and we're going to see where my new team starts. Okay, remember, solving the challenges, there are lots of challenges. Age, okay, technical skills, right? Strategy skills, mechanical skills. Some of your kids go to work. Some of kids have family issues. Some kids have to have tutoring. All that kind of stuff, transportation. So it's not just about challenges of on the court. You are the leader. And I just talked to somebody at lunchtime. She says, oh, I really like how, you know, you're very organized and very disciplined. I'm going, tennis is a disciplined sport. Last time I checked, you got these teeny lines and a very small area. It's discipline. It's not for, You can't just say, yeah, show up whenever you feel like it. You know, yeah, your match is at 2 today, but, you know, if you want to come at 3:30, we'll hold it for you. When did that happen? You're defaulted on the tour. So those are things that we share with our children, which they are not young adults. Let's put our rackets on the side. If you need to pick a partner on your new team that you didn't come with, surprise, surprise, you have to meet new people. Grab somebody that you say, hi, my name is Christopher, and meet me on the far side. One of you is going to be on the double sideline. One of you is going to be on the single sideline. And you can use this side or that side of the net. You're coming over on my side. What are you doing if you are me right now, the coach, and you set them out on the single sideline and the double sideline? What are you first analyzing in terms of the challenge? Who the heck knows where the lines are? You know, you'll have kids here. Is this the double sideline? Uh-oh. Okay, in your mind you're going, they may be 20. They have no idea where they're going. Okay, so your feet have to be on the line. Come on, team, get your feet on the line. Okay, so you're going to throw two-handed and catch two-handed on the fly.
Really?
You think this is easy? I'm moving around and finding out if the kids can throw and catch, right? Not everybody can do this. Wait. Okay, now you're going to throw right-handed to right-handed only. See, right to right. You got to cooperate. What am I looking at? Their faces. I'm going to see if they're engaged or are they bored to tears. Okay, now trade to your left hand. Left to left. Show off. Left to, oh, dingo. Here's the ball. Good job. Good job. Okay, now you have to throw overhand and catch. It's pretty tough. Overhand and catch. Excellent. Okay, now everybody hold the ball and meet to the baseline. Everybody remember where the baseline is? That's the service line. Yeah, nice try. It's also a great way for you to meet some new people and to blend. Okay, so we're going to say Daniel's my senior. He was my superstar. And she's my superstar in terms of coming out for the team. She's never seen Daniel before. She's petrified. So I'm putting them together. Instead of putting the two perfect people together, you've got to mix. Otherwise, all of you go, oh, there they go again. Those are the little sweetie pies. That's who Annie only likes. Go. It's not a race. It's not a race. You're just warming up. It's not a race. Slow down. Notice how everybody thinks they got to go so fast. Okay, now you're going left to left, left-handed to left-handed. Keep in mind, as a coach, what are you doing? You're seeing if they can time the ball.
Yep.
Does the person move?
Yep.
Ooh, good. Go. Good job, Krista.
You're left-handed.
Are you left-handed?
Left-handed.
You are left. Okay, find a new partner. Say, hi, my name is. Goodbye. Find a new partner. Meet and greet. Okay, same thing. Go, left-handed. Left-handed, same thing. Left-handed. You're doing great. Slow and smooth. Time it. Time it. There's not a race. Very good, Hong and Sheila. See? So, Hong, what are you doing? Making sure you don't go too fast. Okay, so as you blend with all these challenges, right here as I'm watching all 20 of you, I'm going, okay, who can throw and catch? Who can receive the ball? Who can shuffle? Who can time? You guys all play. You got kids that are like, oh my God. Okay, do you know the hardest skill for sports in terms of tennis is what we call the striking skill, which means bounce, hit? Big news, that's tennis. Okay, why do you think they started t-ball? Oh yeah, anybody play t-ball as a little boy or girl? It's because the ball's standing still, otherwise your kid never got a chance to play. Too bad we don't do that for tennis. It'd be a whole different game, wouldn't it? You like that, I do. Okay, same with the serve. With the little kids that I work with, you know, you hang it on a string and they reach up to hit it, they love it, because they can hit it all the time. So the striking skill is very, very difficult. You think it's a piece of cake, but it's not, okay? And they have a brain of a gnat. They have focus of about a nanosecond, as you know. They can't remember if it was 15 all or 30 love. First, they got to check their cell phone and see if any messages came in, and then they'll figure out who they're playing on Instagram. So it's like, who cares? I mean, it's unbelievable. So for you to think that you're going to have some master plan, that they're going to go out, you're going to have your kid serve and volley, the kid's not going to remember if he tied his shoes. So keep it simple. That's one of the best things you can remember as a coach. Okay? Think again of yourself at 14, 15, or 16. Okay? And the way we know that, other than somebody was left-handed over here, Kristen, are you left? Oh, Tyler's left-handed. Put your bracket in your non-dominant hand, and you will realize what you're dealing with. You will remember what it was like to be a beginner. And maybe you can empathize then with some of the kids. Okay, I had somebody come up to me the other day and they said, oh, I'm gonna have this girl work on her spin serve this year. And I went, in the back of my mind, this coach who I know very well because I've taught her professionally, I'm going, Susan, you can't hit a spin serve. Why would you be teaching this to a high school kid that barely can toss a ball? You're just asking for trouble. So your expectations have to meet each student. Critical, and I'm sure you all know that as good educators. Okay, what other skill are you learning when you are organizing your teams for the first, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, unless you know them pretty well? You're seeing if they actually pay attention. But then, you can't say, Kevin, do this, Kevin, do that, Kevin, do this. That'll be 20. Hit the dirt, okay? Fitness isn't a penalty. Do not, as you know, not use fitness as a painful behavioral correction. Go run 10 miles. Your practice will be over. They'll probably get mugged and you're going to be going to jail. So what do you do when you've got people that have issues? Time out. Okay? Isolate on the side, 2 to 3 minutes. Never put two kids together, as you know. John's there, Peter's over there. Girls, miles apart. One in that corner and one in that corner. I've had one of each, so I can tell you. I got a boy and a girl. And they both play tennis. Anyway, the other thing is you got to remember they're teenagers. Okay? They are not young adults. They want to, like on the West Coast, there's a couple of teams and they call them the women's team and the men's team, and I'm going, these guys are 16 and 15. What are you talking about? That's college. It's the girls' team and the boys' team. Kids grow up way too fast anyway. They don't vote. How can they be a male or female, or a woman or a man? So, keep it real. Keep them where they belong. Going to bunt the ball back and forth, rallying. The ball, in theory, should be bouncing about here. If you bounce it back there, you're in trouble. So now I'm seeing hitting and receiving skills. I'm seeing if you can touch it, And if you can hit what your training skill looks like, very good touch. Oh, look at this. Timeout. Okay, how'd you guys get off the service line? Oh, because Katie hit it too hard. I hit it too hard. Okay, timeout. What does that teach me? Okay, how can you have a plan if the ball can't get in? Okay, tennis is a finesse sport. It's just like golf. You don't get your driver out when you're going to hit a putt. So the ball has to bounce approximately here so that the receiver can receive. So if you guys can't do it, how come you're asking your 16-year-olds to do it? Do that, Dawn. Come on. I told you to make it bounce. Well, you got to make sure you can do it, right? So it's just as hard for them as it is for you. Okay, try it again. Let's see. If you're really talented, then do it in your non-dominant hand. Move up to the baseline. No fudgy fudge. Okay, so let's hold the ball. Okay, so this team, let's move in here by Matt. Okay, don't say Kristen, Tyler, Matt, and Hong, go to court 2 and do blah, blah. They go, okay, this is a great opportunity to talk about what we're doing this weekend. Okay, the message has to get there. Okay, I know, Matt, you're a charming guy and a great player. Service line, so you got to be tough. If they can't do it, it's okay, but stick to it. Okay, doesn't make any difference if you rally. Voila, you need this type of ball or the red and yellow other ones, because if you do it like what you were just doing, somebody's going to get hurt. This is close quarters. I don't know how many courts you guys get to work on. I have 40 kids on 3 courts. So no whining from Maryland, okay? You can do it, but you have to be very skillful. You got to make sure it's very safe. Therefore, okay? Somebody at lunchtime said, oh, but the parents think it's for babies. If you can't do this, and I'm giving you another ball, are you crazy? You think a better ball is going to make you better? Wrongy wrongo. Okay, developmental is huge. So that's how you start. Think again of when you were little. Bigger is better. It slows it down. If you can't receive, you're not going to be able to play with a faster ball. Okay, there are 5 strategies in tennis. Okay, memorize these. And then you work on the technical skills, the strategy skills, and everything else. This is how you play tennis. This is how you teach tennis. Okay, the first strategy in tennis is? Get it in. That is a mechanic. Who said that? Smarty pants. Get it in. Same with the serve. The serve's got to be in. You are not playing unless the ball's in. Period, exclamation point. Okay, what's the second strategy in tennis? Targeting. Cross court. Down the middle, up the line. Okay? What's the third one? Depth. What does depth mean? Shallow, mid, treading water, deep. What shot is the best? Who knows? Everybody, all my buddies are always yelling, hit it deep, hit it deep. What high school kid on your team can get a ball that's shallow back by where Matt is? Give me $5. They don't even move. So there's no reason to even say run, because they're getting it on bounce number 3. So if you've got a kid that can hit shallow, send them to the West Coast. Okay, because they're worth their weight in gold. It's easy to stand back where Matt is. I just hit him a deep ball. He just lines up. He hits a beautiful shot. I got to move Matt around. Let's see what he does up here and then lob over his head. That's called strategy. In, placement, depth, spin, power. How does everybody play? Hit the you-know-what out of the ball and pray like heck it goes in. Welcome to high school tennis. I have never, in my almost 40 years of being a tennis professional, have ever had to teach anybody how to hit a ball hard. But it's spent in a lifetime of keeping it in. Okay? So think about it. If you go out and say to some of your kids, okay, you got to hit it so hard that the guy can't get it, most of the time you're losing. Same on serving or anything else. Those are just donation points. So we're going to show you, with all of that strategy, do you know this or you don't know this, because this is a skill level challenge. Okay, there's 3 ways sort of to play: offense, defense, and neutral. When you play offense, generally speaking, you are what? Moving in a forward direction, even if you don't go anywhere, but you're going towards the ball. Neutral is moving laterally, you're in serious trouble. Backwards, you're in big trouble if you don't know how to lob. If you don't hit a ball high enough for you to come back to the middle for singles, or high enough for your doubles partner to move back or whatever, you're toast. So I'm going to feed some balls. You all are going to call out whether Kelsey's hitting it offense, neutral, or defense. What do you think most people think of defense? When I yell out defense, what are you going to think?
Love it.
Yeah? What else is she thinking up here?
Hate it.
Ah, good boy. And yet in football on the front page, defense wins. How come in tennis it's not okay? It is. Defense wins all the time. Okay? Offense generally is the big loser unless your name happens to be Serena. I can't tell you how many coaches are always yelling, go for it, go for it. You gotta be offensive, be aggressive. I'm going, be aggressive to me means be a smart tennis player. Play within yourself. Call out what you think she is.
Defense.
Neutral.
So what happened to the ball? She didn't play defense, she tried to buck the system. Right?
Right.
So too bad, trade.
That's Kelsey.
Okay, Sheila, you're up. No, Sheila, stay put. You're good.
Offense.
Okay, offense, switch. Kevin. Oh, he's Mr. Tricky Poo.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, well, what did he hit? He hit offense.
But
He
he backed
backed up fast enough to re-enter the ball.
It was rude.
So
Yeah.
you are in
Put him in
Daniel with the
timeout.
Smarty Pants with Chris.
Put him in
Okay, ready?
timeout.
Watch again. Okay, now I got some of these balls. Ooh, big Western, huh? First plan play. What is she?
Offense.
Offense semi-neutral? More neutral. There. What does she do when she's neutral? See, she lifts it up more. Matt.
Defense.
Oh, but see, he didn't play the game, did he? Russian roulette, you just got out of high school, I'm sure. That's what we deal with all the time. He can't stand being defensive. You've either been drilled 100 times in your life. Offense wins, Matt. Offense wins. You've got to get back there and rip it. Point, our side. So if you're interested in having your kids progress, last time I checked, it's got to be what? In. That's what I always do when we're practicing. I'll go up and say, okay, Matt, now what happened? He goes, well, I didn't get it over. Okay, how are you going to get it over? Well, I didn't follow through enough. No, that's not true. It's called shot selection at the right time. So it's offense, defense, neutral. The more you do that, the easier it is. How come there's so much space between the baseline and the backdrop? So you can use it. It costs a ton of money. You know, on a Grand Slam, this is double. You can't have a Grand Slam tournament unless it's double. Those are the rules. Why? Because you're going to be back there. Grab a little foam ball. We should have even. Ooh, good. Got a new partner? So this is on 2 or 3 courts. We're going to play one point. Okay? You're the offensive team. You're the defensive team. These guys can hit anything they want. They're going to play offense or defense. Time out, stop. Time out, that's okay. Okay, great, next 4 in. Okay, now what I would do, see, is I mix and match the abilities. Okay, ready, set? Play the point. Oh, no, Ricardo. Okay, time out. Eric, genius Eric. Ball is in, and what else? Down the middle. Perfect doubles shot. Okay? Solve the riddle, hit the middle. If I hit to you, obviously you're going to hit it. I hit to you, obviously you're going to hit it. Put it down the middle, they have no clue. Okay? You gotta stay on it. Let's play one more. We'll give them a benefit of the doubt. Ball, lid. Oh, great shot. Perfect. Easy does it, guys. Okay, don't hurt her. Is it imperative that Sheila comes into the net? No. If Sheila says, you know what? I'm not feeling the volleys. You know what I say? Great, go to the baseline. I get it. Why do you think I gave him a foam ball? Okay? Right. Okay. See, we're not going to set her up into a situation to fail or get hurt. So remember that type of safety. Okay, kids have this sadistic view sometimes of hurting people. Okay, back to work. Oh, here we come. Ready, guys? Whoa, it's good. Oh, great, get Kelsey. Take your time, Diane, there's no rush. Oh, you dirty dog. Move your feet, Keith, you have it. Great, I didn't know you were that tall, Kelsey. Back you go. Okay, now this is the fun part for the kids, unfortunately. Okay, this is a complete raw deal. You guys are winning 7-1, and we're playing match point. So if you win, you win. Okay, so it's messing with their heads. Okay, ready? Matt's dying to have it. Ooh, lefty. Good fake out. Excellent shot. Ooh, nice key. Easy does it, Matt. Make it. Careful, ball on the court. Oh, nice point. High five your partner. And in the back, high five your partners. High five. High five your partners. If you're sick, use your elbow. Shake, shake. Well done. Everybody high five. Okay, now meet up at the net. What's this called? Up at the net. Shake with your opponent. We go, oh gosh, I have to shake with them. This is how you finish at a practice. Good smile, Matt. Good smile, good smile. See how smart these guys are? They're moving and you're standing still. Okay, so what you're doing there, obviously, is you're fostering team, you're fostering sportsmanship, you're fostering, hopefully, a little bit of medical safety if you're sick. Tennis balls or petri dishes, try teaching tiny tots. So it's not fun, I can tell you. So you've got to make sure that you're aware of it. Another thing you always have to be aware of, I had somebody earlier, if you have a kid that has either bad hip, bad knee, bad feet, tremendous amount of problems with hay fever and asthma, you can't say, okay, Jane, go out and run 2 miles. Okay, she's not coming back. She just had her allergy shots and you better have an AED. So you need to know histories of everybody. Somebody else had a rotator cuff issue. You can't go, okay, Wendy, go out and serve 10 overheads, 10 serves. Really? Okay, so you learn how to trust your players. If they're lying, you'll know. Oh, I got to go home. I got so much homework. And then you drive down to the store and you see them, they're getting a manicure. Really? Okay. So you have to give them a little slack. Kids are kids. This isn't boot camp. If you have children of your own, you know they don't behave anyway. So why do you think that other kids that aren't yours are going to behave? Okay, so think about that a little bit. And if you've ever lived with high school kids, you get it. And obviously you have, okay? It's a wonderful opportunity, isn't it, to learn about coaching. So try to think about that because it makes a huge difference who you're working with. You think that they're going to do all these great things for you, but they have a different plan coming. So it may take a whole season for Matt, to figure out when he's off his back foot on a backhand to hit. Okay, so I write that at home on my notes, and we're going to get it. Halfway through, Matt's going to completely forget about it, and he's going to go, you know what, Mom? I know how to play all these great backhands. How'd you figure that out? Oh, I don't know. I just kind of figured it out. I don't need the credit. He figured it out. Okay, it's not about him and me. It's about him. Okay, you're chasing each other. You can move forward, but you cannot move backward. Play the point. Lift, perfect. Not back up. Talking. Oh, very nice. Yes, you do. Well done. Here we go. I'm feeding it over here. Green and yellow. Ready? Kelsey, in. Perfect. Short. Oh, great pickup. Easy does it. Woo, perfect. Forward. Oh, nice. Good keep in play. Easy. Nice. Easy. Great shot. Ball is in the outer alley. The whole team should actually sort of shift. Forget that in high school, of course, but that's the concept. You should never be more than 10 to 12 feet away at any time. That's pretty tough. So if you're on the backdrop, I should have backed up so I can help cover. Okay, so all of those things are obviously huge nuances in doubles or singles, but you want to always be the ball. That's one of the things I always tell all my players. You are the ball, move with it. You do it in other sports, why can't you do it in tennis? Okay, so one of the things you want to think about in something like this, remember the last one where we had a foam ball? Don't remember who it was, I think it was you, Kevin. If you'd had a real ball, the person would have gotten crunched. So you really have to understand the dynamic. If you've got 4 really good kids that you can trust, whatever that means, and they're playing over there, okay, or on court 3, and then you rotate them, okay? Make sure you spend more time with your lesser players, which is counterintuitive, I know. They are the ones that need you. The other kids have got mommy and daddy driving them to private tennis lessons all the time. Okay, number 29 and 30, they love you. They're looking up to you. You are their leader. You are their mommy or their daddy, basically. Think of it in that way. Remember, don't touch them, of course, but the idea is that's what they need. Okay, so you got to be a little careful. Keep them organized. Okay, they will respect you. Like I said, tennis is a disciplined sport. The more unorganized you are and the more laissez-faire, don't expect your team to be a team. It just doesn't happen that way. It's a nice thing to think about. Be firm and be fair. And the most important part is you got to have fun. If you're having fun, it'll be great. Do not have your phone on. That is the ultimate rude thing. If you have a timeout and you say, okay, everybody, let's go into the gym and let's go to the bathroom, okay. But don't sit out here doing that drill and go, oh, God, I forgot, I got to pick up Eric from school. Oh, sorry, yeah. That's the ultimate not being engaged. And you can't say to the high school kids, hey, don't bring your phone when you're out here doing it. So give them your utmost attention, and then you can expect that back. Okay? Good luck in your season. Like I said, be fair, have fun. You know, it's a thankless job, but you'll get a ton of rewards. And eventually all those kids look back and they go, wow, you guys were great high school coaches. I really loved it. That's why I'm playing tennis still. I'm 45, I love it. I'm 55, I love it. You're the one that started that. That's what you want to hear, not, oh, you remember when I got that state trophy? One year when my kids, not my kids, but one time when our team won the state tournament, this is typical, this is a girl story, all of us females will get it, okay? It was on the same day as prom. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks. The state tournament is done at about 5:30. Okay, they're ready to award. We've been waiting for this for a few years, okay? They're awarding the state trophy. Guess who's there to pick it up? Me. Guess where everybody else is? Hair, nails, they're long gone. They could have given a rip. It just showed me at that moment, that was in the 90s, showed me at the moment, that's really what counts. They have a whole nother life. It's not about me. So share that. Allow them to have other important people in their life, their family, their job.